Daniel Harper, From Homeless to CEO, The Untold Journey. Daniel Harper's story begins in the small, struggling town of Willow Creek. Born to working-class parents, Daniel's childhood was filled with challenges. His father worked long hours as a construction worker, while his mother cleaned houses to make ends meet. Despite their financial struggles, they always emphasized the value of education and hard work. Daniel was an inquisitive child. At the age of 9, he dismantled his parents' broken radio and managed to repair it. Fascinated by how machines worked, he spent hours reading books about electronics and computers at the local library. By the time he turned 12, he had saved enough money from mowing lawns to buy a second-hand computer. That computer became his gateway to programming, and he quickly taught himself how to code by following free tutorials online. In high school, Daniel started helping small businesses in town create websites. He charged just enough to cover his expenses but earned a reputation for being reliable and innovative. Encouraged by his early success, he dreamed of starting his own tech company one day. However, life had other plans. The fall, losing everything. When Daniel turned 18, his father was injured in a construction accident, leaving him unable to work. The family's financial situation worsened, and Daniel had to delay college to help support them. He worked odd jobs, saving whatever he could. Eventually, he decided to take a risk and move to the city, believing it was his best chance to pursue his dream. But city life was harsh. Daniel struggled to find steady work and quickly burned through his savings. Within months, he couldn't afford rent and was evicted. With no family nearby and no support system, he found himself living in shelters and, at times, sleeping on park benches. During those difficult months, Daniel battled self-doubt and depression. He often questioned whether leaving home had been a mistake. But deep down, he refused to let his circumstances define him. He still carried a notebook filled with ideas for a tech startup, and every day, he reminded himself that failure wasn't the end, it was part of the process. The turning point. Desperate to turn things around, Daniel began spending his days at the public library, using the free Wi-Fi and computers to work on his ideas. He taught himself new programming languages and researched tools to build apps. One evening, he came up with the concept for BizConnect, an app designed to help small businesses build affordable websites and manage their digital marketing without needing technical expertise. With no money to buy software, Daniel relied on free programs and trial versions. He coded late into the night, often skipping meals to stay focused. When the library closed, he sat outside coffee shops with free Wi-Fi, continuing his work until his laptop battery died. After weeks of effort, Daniel had a working prototype. The app wasn't perfect, but it was functional. However, his next challenge was even bigger, getting people to notice it. A relentless hustle. Without a marketing budget, Daniel took to the streets. He visited local businesses, pitching his app to anyone who would listen. Most turned him away, but he refused to give up. He kept refining his pitch and offering free trials to build trust. His breakthrough came when a local cafe owner agreed to try BizConnect. Within a week, the cafe's online orders doubled, and the owner recommended Daniel's app to others. Word began to spread, and Daniel's small list of clients grew steadily. Then, fate intervened. A journalist covering stories about young entrepreneurs learned about Daniel's struggles and featured him in a local newspaper. The story went viral, and suddenly, investors, mentors, and potential clients started reaching out. Building the business. With a small investment from an angel investor, Daniel moved out of the shelter and rented a tiny office space. He hired 2 developers and officially launched BizConnect. Within 6 months, the app gained thousands of users, thanks to its simplicity and affordability. However, success brought new challenges. Daniel faced server crashes, customer complaints, and fierce competition from larger companies. He often doubted himself, wondering if he was in over his head. But instead of panicking, he sought advice from mentors and kept improving the app based on user feedback. By the end of the first year, BizConnect had 50,000 active users. Daniel expanded his team, added new features, and launched an international version of the app. He also partnered with major tech firms to integrate advanced marketing tools, making the app even more valuable for small businesses. Giving back. Despite his growing wealth and recognition, Daniel never forgot his roots. He returned to the homeless shelter where he once stayed and donated $100,000 to fund programs for job training and technology education. He also launched a foundation that provided free coding classes and mentorship programs for underprivileged youth. Daniel's story became an inspiration, and he was invited to speak at conferences, sharing his journey from homelessness to CEO. He emphasized the importance of resilience, adaptability, and self-belief. Scaling new heights. Over the next 5 years, BizConnect expanded globally, earning millions in revenue and attracting large corporations as clients. Daniel was featured in Forbes 30 Under 30 and Time Magazine's Innovators of the Year. He continued to innovate, launching new tools powered by artificial intelligence to help businesses automate marketing and customer service. Despite his busy schedule, Daniel made time for mentorship, personally guiding young entrepreneurs. He also wrote a best-selling book, Against the Odds, which detailed his struggles and strategies for overcoming adversity. Legacy and lessons. Today, Daniel Harper is more than a successful entrepreneur, he's a symbol of perseverance and hope. His journey from a homeless park bench to the boardroom of a multi-million-dollar company shows that failure isn't the end, it's just a stepping stone to success. When asked what advice he would give to aspiring entrepreneurs, Daniel often says, "Your circumstances don't define you. It's how you respond to them that shapes your future." Success doesn't come from having all the answers, it comes from being willing to keep searching for them, even when it feels impossible. Daniel's legacy continues to inspire thousands, proving that no dream is too big and no obstacle too great to overcome.